It's been an interesting week here at Selling Silicon Valley. A lot of the agents that I'm working with, agents on my team, I should say, have been struggling with the buyers that they're working with right now. It's that time of year right now. The buyers are getting burnt out. They're feeling like they can't buy anything, and they're just continually getting outbid and blah, 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 blah. Well, the one consistent theme that I was hearing from all of my agents, that I've been hearing from all of my agents, and it's not just my agents, it's agents outside of my team as well, agents at other brokerages, etc., saying the same thing. My buyers just aren't listening to me. Okay. Well, before you start to victimize yourself and say, oh, my buyers aren't listening to me, let me ask you this. Are you listening to them? You see, you can't be heard until you've listened. So otherwise you're just talking and talking and talking. And so one of my agents, they're not listening to me. They're not offering what I'm telling them to offer. Well, let's work backwards on that one. In order for them to write a winning offer, because what you're telling them to write is a winning offer. And so in order for them to write a winning offer, they have to love the house. Because in this market, it is too competitive out there for agents to rely on buyers to just sort of kind of like the home that they're buying, because it takes a lot of money to buy a home in this market. So you're only going to be buying a house. Your clients are only going to buy it if they really, really love it. So let's work backwards there. You want them to write a winning offer. Well, they have to love the house. And if they love the house, it's because it checks all the boxes or a vast majority of the boxes. So in order for it to check the vast majority of the boxes, they need to be seeing homes on a consistent basis that check the majority of those boxes. And whose responsibility is that? It's yours. So, are you listening to your buyers? Chances are you're not. And so you're showing them houses that are actually just like not what they want. Or it is what they want, but it's outside their price range. And at that point, that's a separate conversation. Let's save that one for a rainy day, or another day, I should say. In fact, if you want that objection handler, send me a DM. You can send me a direct message. You can send me a comment below, and I'll actually share some videos with you that'll help you with that one. But if it's out of their price range. But let's get back to the conversation here, which is your lack of listening to their wants and needs is causing you to show them properties that are actually not what they want. And they are now conditioned to expect subpar houses. And now you're writing offers on properties that they only like instead of love. And that's why you're not winning. That's why they're not listening to you, because they're listening to you. They're right on the money. They are only going to offer as much as it's worth to them, which is not enough to win in this market. Okay? So, I know what a lot of you are thinking right now. Well, that's so hard, Danny, or that's impossible. They don't want anything in their price range. They're just so difficult. They're not listening to me. And it's like, well, hold on a second. Who's the expert here? Who's the consultant? Because a real consultant is going to know how to stretch the parameters of the search and create a compelling reason for the buyer to want to see a property that maybe checks 5 of the 6 essentials. Because, hey, so-and-so, I know that at our initial consultation, we talked about you wanting 4 bedrooms and 3 baths under $1.3 million in this neighborhood with the pool. It's actually got all of that, except for it has 3 bedrooms and a den. We should go take a look at that one, because in my experience, this one doesn't actually, like, on paper, It doesn't look perfect, but in my experience, a lot of my clients have seen homes just like this one, and they've actually made offers and won the house. Oh, okay. So you see, you listened, you validated, you said, I understand that this doesn't check everything, but it checks the vast majority, and I'm now tapping into my experience to educate them and to guide them, as opposed to just saying, they're not listening to me. That's what crybabies do. You'll get paid to solve the problems that you solve, and you will not get paid on the problems that you refuse to solve. And so, in this market right now, the one that we're in right now, this might not be a forever problem, but in a market that we're in, like the one that we're in right now, the agent that can listen to the client, understand, diagnose their problem, diagnose their situation, and know where to stretch the bounds of their search, stretch the parameters, and lead them and guide them, are the agents who are going to crush it. Because you are doing more than just opening a door. That's what most agents do. You open a door and you expect to collect a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 paycheck. Get over yourself. Zillow's going to replace you with a robot. What are you doing to create value in the eyes of the consumer? What are you doing to diagnose and solve your clients' problems? Because in this market, buying a home is so difficult. As a buyer, it's difficult. Are you listening? Are you diagnosing? And are you solving? If you are, you're going to win. If you're not, find another industry to work in. This is Danny Gould, everyone, selling Silicon Valley. Stay legendary, everybody.